Have you ever had someone say something that instantly ruined your mood? Maybe it was an offhand remark, an insult disguised as a joke, or a moment of outright rudeness. Maybe they dismissed your hard work like it was nothing, made you feel small, or acted in a way that got under your skin without even realizing it. It happens all the time. A driver cuts you off in traffic and acts like it's your fault. A coworker throws a passive-aggressive comment your way in a meeting. A friend or loved one lets you down when you need them most. And just like that, your peace is gone. You feel that frustration bubbling up inside you. Your chest tightens. Your mind starts replaying the moment over and over. And suddenly, it's not just about what happened. It's about everything that moment represents. You carry that irritation with you, letting it color your thoughts for hours, sometimes even days. It affects your mood, your focus, and your energy. And worst of all, the person who upset you probably isn't even thinking about it. But what if I told you there was a way to break free from this cycle? A way to never let anyone rob you of your peace again? What if you could train your mind to become untouchable, unshaken, completely in control, no matter what anyone says or does? This isn't about shutting yourself off from the world or pretending that nothing affects you. It's not about becoming numb, cold, or indifferent to life. It's about something far more powerful, the ability to build a mindset so unshakable that no external force can disturb your inner peace. Imagine living in a way where people's words, opinions, or actions don't dictate how you feel, where no amount of negativity can drag you down and no unexpected situation can throw you off balance. The ancient Stoics dedicated their lives to mastering this kind of control over their emotions. They believed that true freedom comes not from changing the world around you, but from mastering the way you respond to it. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same. Because here's the truth: no one has control over your emotions except for you. Not your boss, not that rude stranger, not even the people closest to you. The only person who can decide how you feel, how you react, and how much power you give to a situation is you. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor who faced betrayal, war, and immense pressure, understood this better than anyone. He once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about that for a second. The moment you stop trying to control everything outside of you and start focusing on controlling your own mind, that's the moment you become truly untouchable. Take a moment and really think about that. How much of your energy, your time, and your peace do you waste getting upset over things that are completely out of your control? The rude cashier who barely acknowledges you, the unfair boss who overlooks your hard work, the person who disrespects you for no reason. These moments feel personal, but are they really worth your inner peace? The Stoics lived by a simple but incredibly powerful rule: if you cannot control it, do not let it control you. That applies to everything: people's opinions, their actions, their words. Because the second you let someone's words dictate your emotions, you've handed them control over you. You've made them the master of your mood, your reactions, and ultimately, your day. But why should anyone else have that kind of power over you? The truth is, they don't, unless you give it to them. Let me share a personal experience that really opened my eyes. A few years ago, I had a coworker who, for whatever reason, seemed to make it his daily goal to test my patience. He would belittle my ideas in meetings, dismiss my contributions as if they were meaningless, and carry himself with an air of superiority that made every interaction with him feel like a battle. No matter how hard I tried to ignore it, his behavior got under my skin. I found myself replaying our conversations in my head, thinking of all the things I should have said. I carried that frustration home with me. It clung to me like a weight, darkening my evenings, stealing the joy from moments that had nothing to do with him. Some nights, I even lost sleep over it, anger simmering in my mind long after the actual interaction had passed. Then, one day, I stumbled upon a quote from Epictetus. He said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." That hit me like a ton of bricks. I had been blaming this co-worker for my frustration, but in reality, I was the one allowing his actions to control me. He wasn't reaching into my mind and forcing me to be angry. I was choosing to react that way. That realization changed everything. If you really like what you are watching, and if it adds value in your life, then please like this video and subscribe to our channel for latest life-changing videos. One of the most effective Stoic techniques for mastering your emotions is a practice known as premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This powerful exercise involves mentally preparing for adversity before it even happens. Every morning, the Stoics would take a moment to anticipate potential challenges that could arise throughout the day. They would visualize setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles, perhaps encountering a rude person, facing betrayal, dealing with unexpected delays, or experiencing failure in some form. But this was not an exercise in negativity or pessimism. The goal was not to dwell on misfortune, but to prepare the mind so that nothing could catch them off guard. By expecting adversity, they stripped it of its ability to shock, overwhelm, or destabilize them. Instead of reacting emotionally in the moment, they had already decided in advance how they would respond, with patience, wisdom, and self-control. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, summed up this mindset perfectly when he said, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived them coming." This means that when we mentally prepare for difficulties, they lose their ability to unsettle us. A prepared mind is a strong mind. Instead of being thrown into distress, frustration, or panic when life takes an unexpected turn, the Stoic remains calm, composed, and in control, ready to face whatever comes with grace and resilience. Another key practice is what the Stoics called the view from above. Imagine you're looking at your life from space. Your problems seem tiny, right? Now zoom out even more. Picture the entire world, with billions of people living their lives, each facing their own struggles. Suddenly, that rude comment or unfair treatment seems insignificant. Marcus Aurelius used this practice to remind himself how small and temporary everything is. He wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Think about the last time someone upset you. Now zoom out. Will it matter in a year? In 5 years? Probably not. So why waste even 5 minutes of your energy on it now? The ability to detach from the moment and see the bigger picture is one of the greatest tools you can develop. Let's take this even deeper. Why do people act the way they do? Why is someone rude, impatient, or arrogant? Is it truly about you, or is it about them? The Stoics taught that most of people's behavior is a reflection of their own internal struggles rather than a response to you personally. When someone insults you, dismisses you, or treats you unfairly, they are not revealing anything about your worth or character. They are exposing their own pain, insecurities, and ignorance. A person who is angry might be struggling with their own frustrations. Someone who lashes out may be carrying burdens you cannot see. Their negativity is a mirror of their own internal state, not a judgment of yours. This is why the Stoics practiced what could be called radical understanding, choosing to see people's actions as a product of their own conditioning, emotions, and struggles, rather than as a direct attack on us. When we adopt this mindset, we stop taking things personally. We gain the ability to respond with detachment, wisdom, and self-control, rather than reacting impulsively. Epictetus put it best when he said, "When someone criticizes you, remember, You are not upset because they insulted you. You are upset because you believe them. This means that the real source of emotional distress is not the insult itself, but our interpretation of it. If you refuse to let another person's words define you, they lose their power over you. The Stoic way is to recognize that no one else controls your mind, your self-worth, or your emotions, unless you let them. Once you stop taking things personally, you become untouchable. Imagine a stone. You can yell at it, insult it, even stomp on it, but it doesn't react. It remains unchanged, unmoved, unaffected. That's the goal, not to become emotionless, but to reach a state where you are in control of yourself, rather than letting the outside world control you. To be so deeply grounded in your own peace that no insult, no criticism, no provocation can shake you. A large part of our anger comes from wounded pride. When someone disrespects us, we feel an immediate urge to prove them wrong, to defend ourselves, to retaliate. We take offense because our ego demands validation. It wants to be seen as strong, intelligent, or worthy. But what if we simply let go of that need? What if we stopped seeking approval? What if we freed ourselves from the exhausting desire to be right all the time? Because true power is not in reacting, it is in restraint. The ability to walk away, to stay silent when provoked, to choose peace over pointless conflict, that is real strength. A person who always feels the need to respond, to defend, to argue, is actually controlled by others. Their emotions are at the mercy of someone else's actions. But a person who can stay calm, who can let things go without losing their inner balance, that person is truly free. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply, which is why he said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This means that instead of sinking to someone else's level, you rise above it. Instead of reacting with anger, you respond with wisdom. Instead of becoming bitter, you remain disciplined and unshaken. Because in the end, the strongest person is not the one who wins arguments, but the one who refuses to be disturbed by them at all. The next time someone disrespects you, don't react, observe. Let them reveal their true nature through their words and actions. A fool exposes their own character, while a wise person remains above it. Instead of engaging in conflict, choose silence, or even better, respond with kindness. There is nothing more confusing and disarming to an angry person than calmness. When you refuse to be dragged into their chaos, they are forced to confront their own foolishness. So, how do you put this into practice? Start small. The next time you feel anger bubbling up, pause, take a deep breath, ask yourself, is this within my control? Will this matter a year from now? What does this say about the other person, not me? Then choose your response, not react, but choose, because that is where true power lies. At the end of the day, difficult people and situations will always exist. That will never change. But what can change is your response. You are not a puppet controlled by other people's words and actions. You are the master of your own mind. The moment you fully understand this, you become free. Seneca put it perfectly. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. When you have inner peace, nothing can disturb you. When you control your mind, no one else can control you. The next time someone tries to anger you, remember, it is a test of your discipline, your strength, your wisdom. And you? You are stronger than any insult, any rude comment, any unfair treatment. You are unshakable. And if you found this helpful, there's another video waiting for you right now. Click it and keep training your mind like a warrior. Your journey to true mastery has just begun.